Welcome to this video. This is going to be a general overview of your new GPS device. Now when you first turn it on, you will see a bunch of apps on your screen, and many of them are self-explanatory. Obviously things like games, ebook reader and music are quite self-explanatory, so we won't go too much into that just yet. Now, I should mention first of all that although this is primarily a GPS device, it does work with you can put music on the device with using an SD card. However, it's a bit of a clunky way to listen to music, and it would probably be better to use your mobile phone or your stereo. To go into navigation mode, you will need to press the navigation application in the app menu, but we won't go into that just yet, and we'll come back to that shortly. One of the first things you might want to do is change your language, so you should press the language application to select your primary language. Make sure that's set correctly. Please note that the FM function will only work if your GPS has that as a feature. If not, it will not work. Now let's look at the next set of applications by pressing one of the buttons on the right hand side of the screen. Pressing the Restore Set application will reset the GPS to its factory settings, so please use that with caution, and only in circumstances where you think the GPS is in error. The calibration app can be used to calibrate the touchscreen. To do that, simply follow the on-screen instructions and follow the crosshair around the screen until you are finished. Press the screen again to go back to the main menu. The NaviPath app can be used to set the navigation path on the device. Set that if you think the file system is corrupted or you see an error message that pops up to say to set the navigation path. Otherwise, you won't have to do anything. However, let's take a look and show you how to do that quickly. First of all, what you will notice in the navigation path settings is the option to auto run your GPS when you start it up, so select that as you wish. To set the navigation path, go into the Resident Flash folder, then into the Primo folder, then select primo.exe. Make sure that is checkmarked, then press OK. Then go back and you will be back to the main menu, and your device will be ready to load up the GPS navigation software. The GPS info tab can be used to reset the GPS signal should you find the signal not very strong, or it's taking some time to pick up. You can press the reset, and usually sometimes that will help it to pick up a lot quicker. Going back to the main menu then, we will take a quick look at the USB application. This is for is when you plug the device into your computer, you want to make sure you use the mass storage mode, or else it will not pick up on your computer. When you use mass storage mode, it will essentially come up on your desktop as an external drive. It's worth mentioning that you will not need to plug your device into your computer unless you are doing something to the file system like updating maps or installing maps. Otherwise, I would leave that alone just in case you could corrupt some of the files. It's advised that you do not really use the Wint program unless you are a technical kind of person, or this is only really meant for techies and people who understand how to use it and program with it. So unless you are, have a high level of education in that area, then I would just leave that alone. For most people, that would be the case. Some other applications, the volume, quite self-explanatory, go up and down to adjust the volume. And also the backlight application to adjust the backlight and the lighting behind the screen. So let's go back now and start up the navigation. The first thing you want to do is to press navigation. Now we need to select the vehicle you wish to use. So press settings. Scroll down to route settings. Press vehicle, then select the vehicle you would like to use. If you are using a lorry or truck, you can select your vehicle dimensions in the settings tab next to lorry. And you can enter your vehicle dimensions. When you are finished, go back to the main menu. To enter a destination, press the Destination tab. Press Find Address, then go to Town. Enter the town or postcode you wish to travel to. If you are entering a postcode, make sure to put a space in between your postcode so that it will let you continue to type the rest of it in. Make sure the town is correct, then press Select Town, then press Go. It will now begin to calculate your route. Once you're ready, you can wait for it to count down, or you can skip that and press Go. Your device will now be ready to guide you to your destination. To make sure your speed camera warnings are turned on, press the Settings tab, go to Sound and Warnings, scroll down to Alert Point Settings, and make sure Alert Point Warnings is switched on. If not, make sure it's selected with a tick mark. To switch between 2D and 3D views on your map, you can go to Settings and scrolling down to Map Settings. Here you can select between 3D and 2D views as well as any other map settings. You can choose between using kilometers per hour or miles per hour for your speed readings. To do this, go to Settings, scroll down to Regional, and then go to Units and Formats, and in the Distance tab, you can change your setting here.